Altamonte Springs, Florida, Congo River Golf. I'm a juvenile American alligator, 10 inches long, 13 months old, expert in all things miniature, expert in all things golf-related, and my log has been stolen. Not stolen, technically, occupied by Terry, the tortoise. Who knows that's my log? Who knows I sun myself there every afternoon between 2 and 4 p.m. because that's when the angle is optimal for thermoregulation and the shade from the palm frond hits at exactly 3:17, giving me 17 minutes of perfect temperature gradient before I need to return to the water. But is Terry there between 2 and 4 p.m.? No. Terry shows up at 1:58, just sits there, looking smug, being a tortoise, taking up my entire log. So now I'm narrating your 10-minute slow-motion tour of Congo River miniature golf instead of basking properly, because apparently the universe thinks my role today is educational commentary provider rather than small alligator living his best life. Fine, let's talk about miniature golf and logs and betrayal, mostly betrayal. None of my enclosure mates know this. They don't care. They're just here being alligators, doing alligator things, completely ignorant of the geometrically shaped artificial surfaces they're adjacent to. Humans gather, point, take photos. Look at the baby alligators, they say. They're so cute. I'm not cute. I'm a miniature apex predator with extensive knowledge of putting surfaces and the history of the Thistledew course from 1916 in Pinehurst, North Carolina. Congo River Golf, adventure golf course, themed after obviously African exploration and jungle expedores. The aesthetic is 1920s safari meets tropical landscape meets miniature golf innovation. And I'll admit, it's impressive. See that waterfall? Actual flowing water. Creates ambient sound, aesthetic appeal, and affects putting strategy because the water mist creates localized humidity variations that can influence ball trajectory on humid days. The Taylors, Joseph and Robert Taylor from Binghamton, New York. They started this in 1938. They revolutionized miniature golf by adding landscaping and obstacles. Before them it was just rolls, banks, curves with an occasional pipe thrown in. But the Taylors said, what if we add windmills and castles and wishing wells? Congo River took that philosophy and ran with it. We don't just have windmills, we have abandoned jeeps, quicksand, simulated, caves, rapids, the full safari experience in miniature. But Congo River mixes skill with luck, with spectacle. You might master the angle, but then a waterfall surge redirects your ball, or the rotating obstacle times differently than yesterday, or the artificial turf, which became standard in Scandinavia and the UK in the mid-1960s due to its favorable playing qualities in wet weather, has a slightly different grain today because humidity. You know what I learned? Digging through discarded golf scorecards? I can't read them, but I study the patterns. 3-generation family groups have been playing miniature golf together since the 1930s. Since the American mini-golf boom when there were over 150 rooftop courses in New York City alone. The Depression killed most of them. Nearly all courses closed and demolished by the late 1930s, but the ones that survived, like Parkside Whispering Pines near Rochester, New York, now on the National Register of Historic Places, they survived because families kept coming, kept playing, kept making memories across generations. Miniature golf is ridiculous. Objectively, it's golf but smaller. Golf but with windmills. Golf but with artificial obstacles and themed decorations and absolutely no practical application. But it's also this. Grandfather teaching 6-year-old how to hold the putter. Teenager genuinely celebrating little sibling's first par. Father enjoying watching his father still has the touch. Miniature in scale, not miniature in meaning. I'm a 10-inch alligator who's mad about a log. But I'm watching this family and thinking, maybe the log isn't the most important thing happening today. Maybe there are bigger things, even in miniature. The waterfalls at Congo River they're really something. Multiple levels, water cascading down artificial rock formations, mist creating rainbows in afternoon sun. The sound, that constant white noise that makes everything feel alive, dynamic, active. The 1954 mini-golf course in Ascona, Switzerland, oldest course in the world following Paul Bongny's norms, it doesn't have waterfalls like this. European courses tend toward geometric simplicity, standardized obstacles. The Swedish courses that pioneered felt surfaces in the 1960s. They were rectangular wooden frames filled with tennis field sand originally. Clean, minimal, focused on skill. But American Courses said, what if we add everything? What if miniature golf isn't just about putting? What if it's about experience, about theme, about creating a world in miniature? Congo River creates Africa, or a fantasy version of Africa, an adventure narrative, explorer aesthetic, the exotic made accessible, safari without leaving Altamonte Springs. Is it accurate? Probably not. Is it respectful of actual African geography and culture? Questionable at best. But is it fun? Is it memorable? Does it create the conditions for a grandfather to make a hole-in-one while his grandchildren watch? Yeah, it does. Every detail designed to transport you, to make you forget you're in a Florida suburb, to make you believe, just for 18 holes, that you're somewhere else, somewhere adventure happens, somewhere miniature. I live here, in the enclosure. This is my whole world. The waterfalls, the course, the family groups, the abandoned jeeps, the simulated quicksand, and the log that Terry is currently sitting on. But watching people experience it, watching them take photos, watching kids run ahead to the next hole, watching parents guide putters, watching teenagers actually put phones away to focus on bank shots. Maybe being miniature isn't a limitation. Maybe it's a feature. Maybe smaller scale lets you focus, lets you see details, lets you care about a log or a perfect putt or a grandfather's hole-in-one. Maybe miniature is exactly the right size for meaning. Miniature golf, real miniature golf, it's not just whimsy and waterfalls, it's sport. The World Mini Golf Sport Federation, WMF, they prefer mini golf as one word. They organize international competitions, world championships. The Swedish Mini Golf Federation, founded in 1937, oldest mini golf organization in the world. They've been running national championships since 1939. Through World War II, through everything, miniature golf persisted. It's not just about the putting, it's about the experience, the family, the accomplishment. The moment when everything aligns, angle, power, timing, luck, and the ball drops into the cup and everyone cheers. I'm a juvenile alligator. I'm 10 inches long. I will grow to maybe 12 feet. I will become an actual apex predator. I will defend territory and hunt prey and exist as a legitimate threat. But right now, I'm miniature, I'm small, I'm learning. I'm watching families play miniature golf and understanding something about scale and meaning and how sometimes the smallest things contain the largest feelings. I still want my log back though. Just for the record, this is it. This is my moment. After 10 minutes of reluctant narration, after sharing my extensive knowledge of miniature golf history and surface materials and the Taylor brothers' revolutionary obstacle design, after watching 3 generations of family create memories on a themed adventure course. After all of that, my log is available, but Terry's moving to the other log, the smaller one, the one that gets less sun, the one with the weird knot that makes it uncomfortable. And I realize Terry gave me the good log, voluntarily, without me even asking, just noticed I wanted it and moved. Terry, you magnificent tortoise, you beautiful, patient, shell-having creature who I've been resenting for 10 solid minutes. You were sunbathing on my log, so I'd have a reason to do this, to narrate, to share what I know, to watch the families and the waterfalls and the grandfather's hole-in-one. You weren't stealing my spot, you were giving me perspective, making me see beyond my 10-inch immediate needs to the bigger picture of this miniature golf course and what it means to the people who visit. Everything exactly as it should be, and from here, from my log, I can see the whole course. Hole 1 through 18, the families playing, the waterfalls flowing, the abandoned Jeep maintaining its aesthetic commitment, the exotic landscaping creating its fantasy Africa, all of it, miniature, detailed, perfect in its smallness. You know what I learned today? From reluctantly narrating instead of immediately basking? That miniature doesn't mean lesser. That small doesn't mean insignificant. That a 10-minute slow-motion tour of a themed golf course can contain history, sport, family, geometry, waterfalls, 3 generations. The sun is perfect. The log is perfect. Terry is on the inferior log but seems content, which is very Terry. Tomorrow Terry will probably sit on my log again, and I'll probably be annoyed. But maybe I'll also remember that being miniature means being part of something, being 10 inches in a world built for giants, being small enough to notice details, being young enough to still be learning. And that's not a limitation, that's exactly the right size for meaning.